How you doing? What's going on? My name is Dr. Sami Bayer. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. These are cruel words that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. That is the title of today's episode. Interacting with a narcissist can feel like a losing battle. We know that a narcissist is someone who believes they are more special and deserving of things than others. Narcissists have grandiose thinking, inflated sense of ego, lack of empathy, and a need to be admired by all. They have a fragile ego and they often have these deep-rooted insecurities and fears. Narcissists tend to get extremely angry and volatile, especially towards those they are fighting with. So a narcissist is someone who is thoroughly convinced that they are always the victim and they will blame you for everything, while maintaining that they're smarter than everyone else. This makes it very difficult to know how to respond to the accusations and other lies. So in this video, I'll tell you the cruel words that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. So what are the key phrases to disarm a narcissist? I'm going to give you 20 key phrases to disarm a narcissist. Number 1, I am sorry you feel that way. Phrase number 1 to disarm a narcissist: I'm sorry you feel that way. When you tell a narcissist this, it means that you can feel sorry for someone else without being sorry about your boundaries. And this is very important when arguing with a narcissist. This phrase, these words, they are very important because it is a way of letting the narcissist know that they own their own feelings. All right, that you're not responsible for how they feel and that you're not open to discussing the topic further. When you say I'm sorry you feel that way, you're not apologizing for anything you've done because you've done nothing wrong. You say I'm sorry you feel that way, and when you say that, walk away. The narcissist may not even feel guilt after you say this, but by using this phrase, I'm sorry you feel that way, you are letting the narcissist in your life know that you are unwilling to take any responsibility for how they feel. You are acknowledging that they have a right to their own feelings and that you are also letting them know you don't agree. But there is no use in talking about it. It is a great way to shut them down. Number 2 phrase that you can use to shut the narcissist down: cruel words that can make the narcissist frighten and bow to you forever. When you tell the narcissist, I can't control how you feel about me, or I have no right to control how you see me, or I guess I have to accept how you feel. When you use this phrase, it reminds the narcissist that their emotions are their responsibility and that their reaction won't change your behavior. You can't control others. You can only control yourself. This phrase reminds the narcissist of this truth, that you can only control yourself and that they need to know that. So this statement, this phrase allows the narcissist to own their feelings and perceptions. It tells them that you disagree, but you are simply not going to argue the point with them. It also lets the narcissist know that you are confident in yourself and that you don't need to manipulate someone else's perception of you. This phrase reinforces that you only have control over yourself and others have control over themselves, and that you will not be made to feel responsible for others' emotions. Then the other phrase that you can use to disarm a narcissist, cruel words that can make the narcissist frighten, is to say no. By saying no, it's already a complete sentence and it can establish a clear boundary. Narcissists don't like being opposed. They don't like being rejected. So when you say no, it clearly shows your boundary. You've put boundaries. The other words that you can use to make the narcissist frighten and bow to you forever, you tell them, your apologies are meaningless to me. You see, in the love bombing stage, the narcissist will do the fake apologies, or when they are future faking, they'll promise you so many things and they'll also say I'm sorry, which is fake. So when you tell them the apologies, you tell them your apologies are meaningless to me, you will disarm them. They'll be so embarrassed. You remind them that you can no longer agree to the apologies because of their track record. The other cruel words that you can make the narcissist frighten and bow to you forever is when you say, okay, or when you say okay, or you use sounds like or ah, those kind of sounds. And when you say that word, okay, this is an approach that is called the gray rock method. You are not giving an emotional response at all to this narcissist, or you're giving very little response as possible. So when you just say okay, the narcissist won't know how to respond. Or when you say or it makes you sound disinterested, just like the gray rock, the way it's dull and boring. And this is one of the smartest way of disarming a narcissist. The other cruel words that you can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever is when you say, I don't deserve to be spoken to this this way. Or when you say, I will no longer tolerate your abuse or behavior. When you say those words, then don't tolerate those abuses. So these phrases or words are all about establishing a defined boundary. The other number 7 word phrase that you can use, cruel words that you can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever, is when you say, I refuse to argue with you, or if you don't stop, I'm going to walk away. So when you tell the narcissist that, please walk away if they don't stop. This is about establishing boundaries, and when you stick to them, it is the most effective way to handle confrontations in the moment and to avoid future confrontations. So when you say, I'm not going to argue anymore, it is a very clear message that you will not continue to engage in an unproductive fight. Again, for this phrase, for these words to work, it is important you stand your ground and walk away if they continue arguing. Number 8, cruel words, phrases that can make the narcissist frighten and bow to you forever. When you tell them, I'm not able to discuss this right now, this phrase will quickly put an end to an unpleasant conversation, and it will mean even more if you walk away. Immediately after saying it, walk away. The other strategy is to use I statements as often as possible, because this shows you're assertive and you're prioritizing your own words. Number 10 words to use is, you can tell the narcissist, we can talk again when you can speak kindly to me. We can talk again when you can speak kindly to me. Because when you say that to narcissists, we know clearly, narcissists, they love dramas, they love chaos, they love, yelling. But when you remind them to speak kindly to you, all right, you're actually putting boundaries. Then number 11 phrase to use is, I have explained my point of view and I'm no longer willing to continue this conversation, or please stop interrupting me. When you try to have a sober, rational conversation with a narcissist, when you try to reason with them, it is very unrealistic, because the narcissists believe they are always right. They want you to listen, and they want to talk and you to listen. So when you speak, they'll always try to interrupt you. So you need to remind them that if they don't stop interrupting you, you will walk away. Or you can say, I've explained my point of view and I'm no longer willing to continue this conversation. Number 12 phrase to use, cruel words that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. You can tell them, I can accept your faulty perception of me. Or you can say, I am okay with people misunderstanding me. The narcissist is trying to get a reaction from you. So instead, you can remind them that you are okay with people misunderstanding you. Let them know that you are good with who you are. By allowing the narcissist to have a faulty perception of you, you are basically telling them that you know what is true about you. And if someone sees you different, that's fine by you. You are letting the narcissist know that you see the perception as being faulty, but you are not going to argue about it. This is a very smart way of disarming the narcissist. Then number 13 phrase to you, cruel words that you can make the narcissist frighten and bow to you, is when you tell them, your anger is not my responsibility. This phrase is very grounding and draws a very clear boundary of what you will and you will not be responsible for. It is a clear way of reminding the narcissist in your life that he or she is responsible for their own feelings. They will frequently try to blame you for making them feel a certain way. So by making this statement, you are clarifying that their feelings are their responsibility, not yours. You are also expressing your own self-confidence that you will not be manipulated into taking responsibility for either their anger or their happiness. Number 14 phrase, cruel words that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever, is when you say, you are certainly entitled to your opinion. Or you tell the narcissist, I am aware that we don't share the same opinion. Remember, not everyone has to share the same opinion. And this is a hard truth for narcissists to swallow. Because they have a fragile ego, they have a low self-worth, and they have low self-esteem. And they therefore derive their sense of value from external sources. They want everyone to think the same things as them. So remind the narcissist that there's no reason for you both to share the same opinion. So blame shifting, projection, and deflection behaviors are common during confrontations with the narcissist. So remind them that they can have the opinion no matter how poorly it is delivered. Number 15 phrase to use, words, cruel words that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. You can tell them, this is what I'm discussing and I will not be discussing anything else. Or you can say, I have 10 minutes to discuss this, and after that, I will be ending this conversation. So getting emotional is the quickest way to make the narcissist feel as if they have the upper hand. It is the quickest way to make them control you further, to manipulate you. So use this phrase and simply stick to your word. You can even time the conversation by setting a timer on your phone and walk away as soon as the 10 minutes are up. Number 16, cruel words, phrases to use that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. You can say, I know how I feel, or I know what happened. You are allowed to have a different understanding of the event. When you tell the narcissist you know how you feel, they will be disarmed. You'll disarm them, because the narcissist will always try to gaslight you into thinking that your thoughts and emotions aren't valid. So back up your side of the argument by saying, I know how you feel. How you feel. Number 17 phrase to use that can make a narcissist frighten and bow to you forever is, I will not entertain this conversation. Narcissists will use tactics that enable them to push away anyone they perceive as a threat. And this threat can come out in form of nasty comments during conversations. So let the narcissist know that they won't have power over you. Tell them that you'll not entertain that conversation and stop it. Number 18 phrases to use, cruel words that can make a narcissist frighten and bow to you forever, is you can tell them, I don't like how you're speaking to me, so I will not engage. Or you can say, I'm not comfortable with how you're speaking to me. The narcissist may be using demeaning words to you. So if they raise their voice, and start yelling at you, start having an angry tone, you can say that you're not comfortable with how they're speaking to you. This sets a boundary, because narcissists hates boundaries. And when you say that, you're putting boundaries. And this disarms the narcissist in a big way. Number 19 phrase, cruel words that you can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. You can tell them, I'm capable of doing what I want, regardless of what you think. This shows the narcissist that you're okay with your thinking, your perspective, and you're not going to change it. And you're making it clear that their opinion will not shape your behavior. The opinion is not a fact here. And finally, number 20, cruel words, phrase that can make narcissists frighten and bow to you forever. When you tell the narcissist, people misunderstanding my boundaries is not my responsibility. When you tell the narcissist this, you are simply reminding them that they cannot manipulate you. You are disarming them, because the narcissist will intentionally try to break boundaries, to control you, to have a sense of power over you. So don't allow them to do that. It's not your fault that the narcissist misunderstands or the narcissist disrespects the boundaries that you've set. And keep reminding them of that. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share this video widely to all those who may need it. Remember, knowledge is power, information is power, and learning is the superpower. I love you all to the moon and back. God bless you. Catch you later in the next video. Hey, subscribe. Thank you.